Hello everyone. In the previous class, we had completed the chapter number 14. Today, I am going to start the chapter number 10, circle. First, I thought to start circle chapter, but that mostly part is removed from that construction. A few questions are left, so we can do it any time. So today, I am going to start one of the tough chapters, circle. Chapter number 10th, and this chapter is mainly based on the theorems, so that theorems I'll make you understand, and I will use the theorem to solve the questions of the exercise. So the first, let me give the introduction about the circle. What is the circle? Circle is the collection of the different points when they join together. If these points are there, if these points are joined together, then join together, then it form the circle, so many points when they come in the one, or they can form the one circle. So it is a collection of infinite number of the points. Now circle, I think you did not unknown to you some of the things about a circle. This is a circle, and this is called the center of the circle. From center of the circle, this is called circumference. This is called the circumference or boundary of the circle. To the center to the circumference, this distance is called radius of the circle. This is called the radius of the circle. So here I am not making that now. So from center to the circumference, will be the radius of the circle. Anywhere center to the circumference, it is called the radius of the circle. So we can say that if we have the circle and O is the center to circumference is the radius. This is called radius of the circle. Now if this line we extend both the side, and this AB will be called diameter of the circle. AB will be the diameter of the circle, and OB will be the radius of the circle. So AB is the diameter, OB is the radius of the circle. Now along with this O is the center. It is inside. The circle has the three parts, three planes. One plane is the interior, other is the exterior, the third is the on the circle. Circle has the three plane. One is the interior, exterior, and on the circle. So we can say that circle divide a plane into three parts. So now suppose this is also one circle, you consider it, and this O is the center. It is inside the circle. This O is called the center, is called interior part of the circle, and this radius will be also the interior part of the circle. Diameter will be also the interior part of the circle. Then this point, suppose this I point to the point A here. This is called on the circle. This point A is on the circle, and this point P is the exterior point, because it is not on the circle, it is outside the circle. P is exterior, A is on the circle, and O center of the circle is inside the circle. So interior point. Circle divide a plane into three parts: interior, on the circle, or the center of the circle, or many other parts are there. So we'll see that parts also. Now, how many? Now we will see one more thing. Now, so this chapter will have the two important things. One is the chord. First, we understand what is the chord. The line segment joining two ends of the circle. The line segment joining the two ends of the circle. This is called chord of the circle. This is called chord of the circle. So you may be thinking that this AB is the chord of the circle. Then what will be the diameter is also the chord. Yes, diameter is also the chord, because it is joining from the two ends of the circle. But for the diameter, the diameter are those which always pass from the center of the circle. Diameter are those which always pass from the center of the circle. But for chord, it is not compulsory that it should pass from the center of circle, it should not pass from the center of circle. But diameter should always pass from the center of the circle. So, and diameter are also the chord of the circle. Diameter is also the chord because they are also joined in the two different point, two boundaries of the circle. So AB is also chord, here AB is also chord, but AB has diameter also and the chord also. Though the longest chord circle can have is the diameter. The longest chord circle can have is the diameter because the chord, the longest chord a circle can have, it is the diameter. Now, so, but and we can also say that all the diameters are the chord of circle. All the diameter will be the chord of circle, but all chord will not be the diameter. All the diameter are the chord of circle, but all chord will not be the diameter, because for diameter it should always pass from the center of the circle, but for chord it is not the required condition that it should pass or should not pass, but it should touch the two different boundaries of the circle. So I hope this chord and diameter is clear to you. Now, along with the chord and diameter, circle has the another part. This is, suppose AB is the chord, and here you take the C point. This ACB, can you see ACB? This is called arc. So AB is the chord and arc ACB is the arc. Chord and arc. Chord and arc. So this AB is the chord and arc ACB is the arc. So this chord and arc, they together make the segment. They together make the segment. So segment means what? Where segment means the what? When the one chord and one arc combine together or together is taken, and it's called the segment of the circle. It is called the segment of circle. So we have the two parts in circle. This will be the minor segment. This will be the minor segment. And this bigger part, suppose you take point here D. ADB is the one arc and this AB is again the chord. So ADB and arc ADB and the AB chord. This is called the major segment. It is called the major segment. So this will be major segment because it is having the bigger part. So we will call it the major segment. And this ACB is having the small part. So we will call it the minor segment. So this segment, related to the segment, there was no questions in this time. But the segment, concept of segment will be asked in the class 10th. So I thought to explain this part also. But here in this class we are not having the questions related to the segments. Then one more part I have to discuss with you, that is the secture. Secture is this. We'll take the another circle and we'll understand what is secture. Suppose this is one circle, and this O is the radius. O to A is the A and B. They are the radii, and this ACB is the arc. OA and OB, they are the radius, and arc ACB is the arc. So when the area is formed by the two radii and the one arc, the area is formed by two radii and the arc is called sector. It's called sector. SECTOR. Is called sector. This is called minor sector, and this will be the major sector. This will be the major sector. You can take a point. So here OA is radius, OB is the another radius, and the ADB is the arc. So minor sector. Now sector means the two radii and one arc. Two radii and one arc. And so circle can has two sectors, minor sector and major sector. So major means bigger part, and Mastectomy is a small one. And segment, the one chord and one arc, it form the segment. I hope these all points are clear to you. The 10.1 exercise mainly based on the fill in the blanks questions or the true or false questions. So on the basis of this explanation, I think you can give the answers. So I am reading that question for you. First question, center of the circle. It is this is the exercise 10.1, and it is asked. Some of the questions are that center of the circle lies in the dash of the circle. The center circle lies in the which part? Interior circle, because it is always inside the circle. A point whose diameter from the center of circle is greater than its radius, then it will be the which point? Means to understand this point, we'll make one figure. This is on circle, suppose, and the point whose distance from the center of circle is greater than radius. This is the radius. If the point, and this point is the AB. This is the A, O is the radius. Now, if the point is having distance more than radius, that point will be outside the circle. Suppose A to A is 5 centimeter. So, if I need more than the A greater distance, then this point should be outside the circle. So then this point will be the greater than the 5. So this will be the exterior point. Exterior point. The longest chord of the circle is, I already told, is the diameter. Then arc is dash when it's end of diameter. The arc, I had told what is the arc. Suppose this is the circle and ACB will be the arc. Will be the arc. Now, according to question, what is the arc? The arc is dash when its end of diameter. Means we can say that suppose this is one circle. This is circle, and this arc is forming diameter. AB is the diameter, is the center of the circle, and suppose this is the arc. ACB is arc. ACB is the arc, and it is forming the diameter. So this will be called, half circle is called what? Semicircle. Semicircle. I hope you understood this one. The segment of circle is the region between the arc and the chord. I have told segment means what? When the region formed by the arc and the chord is called the segment. The circle divide a plane on which it lies in the three part. I told the circle divide a plane in three part: interior part, exterior part on the circle. Now the true and false questions. I think this is a very simple question, and you can read and get these answers. Now, before starting 10.2, there is two theorems. The equal chord are the equidistance from the centers, and equal chords subtend the equal angles. So this 10.1 and 10.2 theorems are there. So equal chord of circle subtend equal angle at the center. So this theorem I am going to explain, and the 10.2 is the converse of 10.1 theorem. Suppose this is one circle, and this theorem says that equal chords, if chords are equal chord subtend equal angles at the center. Suppose this is the center, and this AB is one chord and CD is one. This AB and CD are the two chords. I already told line segment joining two boundary circles are called a chord. AB is one chord, CD is one chord. O is the center. If AB, according to this theorems, equal chord means if the chords are equal, then they will make the equal angle at the center. So if it is given that AB and CD are equal, AB is equal to CD, so it will be forming So if the chord are equal, then they will form the equal angles. Then this angle form at the center. Which angle is at the center? O. O is the center of circle. So they will form the equal angle at the center. This is the theorem 10.1. EOB will be equal to COD. I hope you understood. If the chord are equal, then they will form the equal angle at the center. So 10.1 theorem says that if in a cycle, if you get two chord equal, then they will be forming the equal angle at the center. Now there is a converse theorem of the 10.2 also. Converse means just opposite. If in that theorem what it says that if the chord subtend equal angle at the center, then chord will be equal. Then chord will be equal. Means converse means what? If it is given that AOB is equal to COD, 10.2 theorems. If it is given that the angles are equal, then they will be chord will be automatically become equal. AB will be equal to CD. So first theorem says that if chord are equal, then they will form the equal angle at the center. And second theorem says that if the angle forming by the chord at the center are equal, then the chord will be equal to each other. So this is the 10.1 and 10.2 theorems. I have not given the proof because the same questions we have to solve in the 10.2 exercise 2. So now we will solve the 10.2 exercise first. Exercise 10.2. First question. Now, before starting that solving this question, let me explain the question. According to question, you can see in the book, recall that two circles are concurrent if they have same radii, and prove that equal chord of the concurrent circle subtend equal angle at the center. So this is the question. Now, till now in class chapter number 7, we had studied about the concurrent triangles. So we call the triangle concurrent when their angles and sides are equal. But we had never thought of concurrent circle. Which are the concurrent circles? So before starting solving this question, we understand what are the concurrent circle. Concurrent circle are those which have the same radii. The concurrent circle are those which has the same radii. So before starting this question, let me explain what are the concurrent circle. Suppose this is the center of circle O and this is the radii, and this radii is 5 centimeter, and we have another circle, and this is the O point and this is the B point, and this is also having the radius 5 centimeter. O dash, center is the O dash. Now you can see both the circle have the same radii, 5 and 5. Then these two circles will be concurrent to each other. So if the two circles have the same radii, then they are called concurrent circle. I hope this much you understood what are the concurrent circle. And now before solving that question, it was asked that recall that two circles are concurrent to each other. So concurrent circle I had explained. Now we have to solve the first question. So what is asked that prove that equal chords of concurrent circles subtend equal angle at the center. That means we have to make two circles, and you have to make the circle with the projector, and I am making to understand this question. And now these two circles are there. Suppose and these two circles have the same radius, A, B. And I am taking here O dash. Or if you don't want to take the O dash, you can take other point. Suppose A, O, B. You can take a center. some because some student get confused with the O dash. E is the center of the circle, O is the center of the circle. Now these two circles are concurrent. Concurrent means the radii of the two circles are equal given. So you can write two circles are concurrent. If two circles are concurrent, that means radii OA will be equal to radii CE, and radii OB will be equal to radii DE. And according to this question, we have to make one chord. We'll make one chord here. AB chord AB is equal to chord CD. These two chords are equal to each other. Now we have to prove they will make equal angle. AOB will be equal to COD. AOB will be equal to CED. These two angles will be, center angle means here center is O, here center is E. This if the chord are equal, they will make the equal angle center. This we are supposed to prove. So what? This is easy to solve. What we will do? We will make this two circle concurrent. So I am solving here. Solution: AOB and CED. AOB and CED. These two AOB and the COD are the two circles, so we can to make them concurrent. We have it is given OA is equal to C, right? OA equal to C, radii of the circle, radii rule form. Then OB will be equal to what? DE. This is also radii of the circle. Then AB is equal to CD. It is given in the question. AOB is concurrent to CED by triple S. If these two triangles are concurrent, then we can say that AOB is equal to COD, CPCT. I hope you understood. This we are supposed to prove. We proved that AOB is equal to COD. These two circles have the equal chord, then they will make the equal angle at the center. Now we will solve the second question from this exercise. Now, a second question says that is the opposite of the first one. Second question says that if the chord of the concurrent circle, means the two circles are concurrent and they will subtend equal angle at the center. If they are forming equal angle at the center, then chord will be equal to each other. So just opposite we have to do. Means here the chord are given unequal. We have to make chord equal and angles is given equal. So we have to, what we will do, only this same figure you will make, and the radii will be, because it's two circles are concurrent, then definitely this is the solution second. Then the chord is not given equal. This chord we have to make equal. In place of chord, what is given equal? The angles are given equal. AOB is equal to CED. This is given equal. And what we have to prove? To prove AB is equal to CD. This we have to prove in question number second. So we'll take the same figure AOB and CED, and in place of here AB plus CD, we'll write angle AOB is equal to CED, because these angles are given equal, and so triangle will be congruent by criteria. SAS. If triangles are congruent, definitely their sides will be equal. So we can write here AB is equal to CD, CBCD, proved. So I hope you have understood the introduction of the chapter and the two theorems and two questions from the 10.2, 10.1. Now next class we'll study the some other theorem and with the help of the theorem we'll solve the 10.3 exercise. Till then you can revise the chapter and practice the mathematics at home. Thank you. Have a nice day.